Who needs the proper content to drive enough interest so they can have a platform that rivals YouTube? Well, one of the richest men in the world who's not named Rothschild, Elon Musk, he needs content for Twitter, which he's trying to turn into a rival for YouTube. Caitlin Clark is that content. Elon Musk and the right partners have enough money to pull this off. It would be...
Till you hear this, Caitlin Clark, the face of women's basketball and a global sensation for her unreal skills and record-breaking performances, just got an offer that could shake the entire sports world. Elon Musk, yes, that Elon Musk, has reportedly dropped a jaw-dropping $10 million endorsement deal on the table. The man who changed how we drive, connect, and even reach space now wants to change women's basketball. But this isn't just about a check. It's about rewriting the rules of the game. People are already asking, could this be the beginning of the end for the WNBA as we know it? Or the rebirth of women's sports into something no one saw coming?
What we need is an XX league. See how that works? An XX basketball league. On X. See, now you got two X's that equal women, a basketball league that is broadcast.
The real question, will Caitlin Clark take the deal and walk away from the WNBA? Or will this force the league to finally evolve and treat its players like the stars they are? Let's break it down. Elon Musk stepping into women's basketball might sound wild, but if you've followed him, you know he thrives on bold, disruptive moves. And Caitlin Clark isn't just an athlete, she's a movement. She's trending on every platform, pulling massive ratings, and Musk sees that. He doesn't just see a player, he sees a brand powerful enough to spark cultural change.
In a league that hasn't turned a profit in 27 years, this is an opportunity for someone, for us, to build a women's basketball league around Caitlin Clark.
Women's sports have been fighting for fair recognition for decades, and women's basketball sits at the center of that struggle. Progress has been made, but the gap between male and female athletes remains massive. So when Musk enters the scene with an 8-figure offer, it's like dropping a thunderbolt into calm waters. The shockwaves are instant. The WNBA has slowly gained attention thanks to game changers like Clark, but let's be real, salaries are still nowhere near what male players earn. A'ja Wilson, one of the biggest names in the league, makes around $25,000 a year. A solid income, sure, but nothing compared to NBA superstars who earn that in a single quarter. Musk's move exposes the imbalance for the world to see.
He wants to build a platform that rivals YouTube. Who needs the proper content to drive enough interest so they can have a platform that rivals YouTube? Well, one of the richest men in the world who's not named Rothschild, Elon Musk.
If I told you Caitlin Clark could earn more from one signature deal than she'd make in her entire WNBA career, let that sink in. $10 million, not from the court, not from championships, but from Elon Musk himself. The crowd goes silent, the headlines explode, and suddenly women's basketball is standing on the edge of a revolution. The question echoing across arenas and social feeds tonight, will Caitlin Clark stay loyal to the WNBA dream, or step into a whole new world built by billionaires? Because this moment isn't just about a contract. It's about power, respect, and how one player's choice might change the future of the entire sport. Imagine the scene, cameras flashing, microphones everywhere, and Musk's name trending next to Clark's. The WNBA's biggest star now faces a choice that could rewrite her destiny and the league. 2. Every dribble, every highlight, every headline she's created has led to this point. Clark knows the grind. She's broken records, packed arenas, carried the game on her back, and now the world is asking her to make an impossible decision. On one hand, there's loyalty, legacy, and the sisterhood that made her a star. On the other, there's a chance to change everything, to become the face of a movement that demands women athletes be valued like their male counterparts. This isn't a contract. It's a crossroads, and here's the twist that has fans buzzing. Elon Musk didn't just offer money. He offered validation, a global stage, a megaphone for equality wrapped in a $10 million signature, and people can't stop talking. Is this the end of the WNBA? Will Clark leave? What happens next? It's not just sports anymore, it's social, political, and cultural. It's a new era unfolding before our eyes. Midway through this storm, let's talk about what's really at stake. For years, WNBA players have traveled coach, earned scraps, and worked second jobs while their male counterparts bought islands. Clark, however, shattered the silence. She's not just playing for Iowa or Indiana, she's playing for respect. But when respect comes wearing a Tesla logo and a billionaire's handshake, things get complicated. Fans love her for her fire, her grit, her leadership. But what happens when those same fans start questioning her loyalty? Imagine the ripple effect if she accepts the deal. Other stars, Aja Wilson, Brina Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, all watching, wondering if they should follow. Suddenly, every WNBA player becomes a free agent in spirit. The league, built on dreams and sweat, starts trembling. The boardrooms light up. Sponsors call emergency meetings. This isn't one endorsement, it's a message. We don't need to wait for the system to value us. We'll build our own. But what about the WNBA's future? The league's been standing strong since 1996, fighting uphill battles every single season. Yet the truth is harsh. Ticket sales alone can't pay stars like Clark what they deserve. And Musk knows that. He's not just throwing cash, he's throwing a challenge. A challenge to the system, to the media, to every executive who's ever said women's sports don't sell. And now, the ball in the WNBA's court. Picture it. Clark sitting in a silent locker room, staring at her phone. One text away from $10 million, her teammates joking, unaware. Her mind racing. What if I could change the game forever? What if saying yes isn't betrayal, but revolution? This isn't a decision about one player. It's a moment that defines what women's basketball becomes next. And make no mistake, the fans are split. Some say take the money. You earned it, Caitlin, go secure your legacy. Others say stay and fight. Be the leader who changes the league from within. Every tweet, every podcast, every sports panel turns into a battleground. ESPN can't stop talking. Reddit threads blow up. Even NBA players are weighing in. LeBron tweets support. Shaq calls it the biggest move since Jordan. Everyone has an opinion, and that's exactly why Caitlin Clark's story has become global. Midway through the chaos, a thought hits. What if this isn't about leaving the WNBA, but forcing it to evolve? What if this deal wakes up the league's executives, pushing them to finally open the wallets, fix the conditions, and treat their stars like the icons they are? Maybe Clark doesn't have to walk away. Maybe she can use the leverage to lift everyone. But the clock's ticking, and Musk's people are waiting for an answer, and here, where it gets cinematic, because imagine if she says yes. A press conference, lights flashing, Musk walking out beside her. A new era begins, the first athlete to break the league paywall and enter billionaire territory without leaving her sport behind. The endorsement opens doors for documentaries, brands, investment deals. And suddenly, women's basketball isn't a side story anymore. It's the story, but what if she says no? That's just as powerful. A statement of loyalty, a message to the fans that some things matter more than money. That women's basketball isn't for sale, it's a movement worth fighting for from within. Either way, she wins. Because in this moment, Caitlin Clark holds the power. The league needs her more than she needs the league. And that's the most dangerous position any athlete can ever be in. Let's not forget, Musk isn't new to shaking industries. He disrupted cars, rockets, energy, and now maybe sports. He doesn't invest small. If he sees value in Clark, you can bet he sees potential in the sport itself. Could this spark the rise of a rival women's league backed by billionaire tech giants? A league where pay, exposure, and respect match the talent. If that happens, history will remember this moment, the day Elon Musk made women's basketball mainstream. As we enter the final moments, let's look at the bigger picture. The WNBA stands at a fork in the road. Either it steps up and evolves or risks losing its brightest stars to private deals and rival leagues. This isn't just about keeping Clark. It's about keeping credibility. And deep down, the executives know it. They've ignored the storm too long. The time for change isn't coming, it's already here. Clark's next move will define the decade. Every young girl watching her right now, dreaming of playing professionally, is about to learn what the future of women's sports looks like, whether it's under a corporate brand or a league logo. Her decision is no longer personal. It's symbolic, and every athlete, every fan, every sponsor knows it. So what will Caitlin Clark do? Will she take the $10 million and become the face of a sports revolution? Or will she stay loyal, pushing the WNBA to reform from within? Either way, she's already changed the conversation, and that's something no amount of money can buy. This is bigger than basketball. It's about respect, legacy, and rewriting the rulebook. Because no matter what happens next, Caitlin Clark just proved one thing: women's sports will never be underestimated again.